When you're driving through the town of Pocahontas, you'll come across some old buildings, and you just think, boy, if these buildings could talk, the history they could tell. We had a delicious breakfast after an overnight stay at the Real McCoy Cabins. Our group left from the cabins and headed onto the first trail, traveling through walls of Mountain Laurel, down what used to be an old railroad track. We went up some steep blue trails to the Trailhead ATV Resort to play on the obstacle course.
This was one of the first ATV-friendly towns in the state of Virginia, and definitely the first one in Tazewell County. And there are stores you can buy stuff, restaurants to eat at, 2 ATV resorts, everything that you'll need once you untrailer at your cabin or campsite. You don't have to re-trailer to go to a trail here. This is a great deep woods kind of trail. There's a little bit of everything for everybody. There's some good easy trails, there's a lot of intermediate, there's a lot of mud if you're looking for mud, and a lot of mixed in difficulty levels. We have a lot of technical trails from almost straight up and down vertical to rock climbs to some really tight spaces. We got a lot of technical trails, but a wide variety of technical trails also. We market ourselves as a deep woods trail because most of it is back in the woods. Some dust every once in a while, but very rare it's not a dusty trail at all. Right, you can definitely avoid the mud. These trails are under constant maintenance at some point. We're riding today on the other end of the trail system. There's a construction crew that's actually building new trails, so we've constantly got crews out keeping these trails in the best condition possible. You know, we're in the South, and the South's known for hospitality, and that's not lost on the locals here. Most of the locals ride also, so you're kind of coming home to family when you come here and ride these trails.
A kind-hearted place, I find, and it helps that riding is kind of in the culture here. People have grown up riding four-wheelers and, you know, out in their backyards or out on their property and their farms and that. So it's just kind of seemed to be a natural transition for them to, and, you know, accepting people riding around their streets and stuff isn't the place that everyone would do it. So we're lucky here that they're on board with that. Well, it's kind of what we grew up doing. I mean, I started four-wheeling in Florida, and all we did is crawl around in swamps and sand and water all the time. So it's not always something I look for, the mud, but it's fun. You know, you can't deny that. So sometimes you want to let loose a little bit. It's a good way to do it.
The group that we're riding with today couldn't resist the temptation to play in the mud. Some of them didn't make it out without a little assistance. We traveled on through the beautiful pine forest and up some steep terrain to a place the locals call the Figure 8. This isn't a mud pit, but simply a big water-filled playground. There were areas for speed, beautiful vistas, just trails that the whole family can enjoy. The resort offers slingshot rentals for those who want to keep their adventure on the pavement, and brand new 4-seater razors for the families that want to adventure together and experience some of the best trails that Virginia has to offer. Don't take our word for it. Check out the original Pocahontas trails and stay at the Real McCoy Cabins and see for yourself.